In late August 2017, the remnants of Tropical Storm Harvey were moving into the Caribbean. At the time, we were all unaware that the storm was about to re-strengthen and change the Texas Gulf Coast forever.
I bought this place right after Katrina. Since that time till Harvey, we'd had so many close calls. So many they were right out in the Gulf and they were coming straight for us, and we're packed up ready to go, and all of a sudden the storm turns. We thought this was probably going to be one of those times that it did do that, where it took a turn, and it didn't.
45 minutes north along the coast in Rockport, Emily Guerrero, a volunteer firefighter, had just made the decision to ride out the storm.
There was 22 of us that stayed here, 20 firefighters, 2 paramedics, and an EMT.
The remnants of Harvey quickly strengthened into a Category 4 hurricane, with Emily and her crew right in its crosshairs. The storm had 130 mile-per-hour winds, heavy rains, and a massive storm surge.
It sounded like a freight train was coming through this. It came right over top of us, and I was like, I'm gonna die tonight.
They made it through the storm, and the following day they stepped out into a town they no longer recognized.
We walked outside and everything was unrecognizable. Landmarks that were there not even 12 hours before then were gone. My house was completely destroyed.
A weakened Harvey moved north to Houston. It remained there for 4 days. The highways became waterways. Between 25 and 30% of Harris County was flooded. That's an area as large as New York City and Chicago combined. Days later, Coastal Bend residents were able to return home and assess the damage.
As you got farther down the road, the poles were bent and the seagrass was like everything grew a beard.
It took us from, everything clicking along to bam, we're right back in the Stone Age. We're running on generator power. The nights were hot, the mosquitoes were big.
After the water receded, there came another flood, a flood of people eager to help, but also some looking to take advantage.
You see the worst in people that are trying to loot and do the horrible things, but you see the best in people where communities from all over San Antonio, Austin, local communities, everybody comes down to help.
A lot of us, we lost everything, and we were given clothes and shoes, and people were giving away RVs for people to live in because nobody had anything.
In the late summer heat, among the splintered wood and twisted metal, people rolled up their sleeves and got to work.
Amongst all that debris was people's lives, but it's also a chapter that was closed in a lot of people's lives, and a new chapter began at that point. So it was a sad but joyful time during the cleanup process.
Months passed by, and for many people, life returned to normal. But in the wake of the storm, valuable lessons were learned.
Have a whole new look on it. I start watching very diligently from the time hurricane season starts all the way up until the end.
Made us realize just the strength of what a hurricane really is. It's a powerful creation, and man, when it comes, it comes.
Take precautions. Really listen to where if they're telling you that you need to evacuate, take that advice and go.
Reporting from the Texas Gulf Coast, I'm Sonya Hill.